Hi there, my first ever video on YouTube, actually speaking video. So welcome and really pleased that you found me and supporting me to move forward in this. This is going to be so interesting because I can look back in a year, 2 years, 3 years and go, oh my gosh, did you really do it like that? But you know what? I'm just all about being natural. I'm all about being me. I'm not going to put any airs or graces on. And I just want to talk about things that I'm so passionate about. And we're going to start off today with adversity, because adversity hits every single one of us in this lifetime over and over and over and over again. And it's about breaking these patterns, these cycles. There's cycles in nature, there's patterns within us that we picked up from, from being babies, young children, that we just continually play out and play out. I did it for years and years and years. I'm 51 years old now. And I only started to discover this stuff. Well, I started to do my healing journey about 8 years ago and really got into the mind work, and it made such an impact on my life. And I want to share this stuff with people because it's so powerful. So why talk about adversity? Now, I'm a Napoleon Hill teacher for Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill talks about adversity. And this, when I've had adversity in my life, I say this over and over and over again. For every adversity, there is a seed of an equal and a greater benefit. So for every adversity, there is a seed of an equal or greater benefit. Now that is if we see it, if we can see it and know. So we go through life in cycles, we're going through in patterns and cycles. We go through cycles of spring, summer, autumn, winter. It's always in a cycle. Nature's perfect. Nature is so organized and perfect. It does everything in absolute perfection. And we have the same. The divine nature cannot change its inherent nature. It operates within the same way within us. So whatever is going on in our subconscious mind, we are sending out to the divine intelligence because we're a broadcasting and receiving station. So if nothing changes in the subconscious, we don't change anything, it constantly sends out the same thing and brings us back time after time after time. Adversities, you can see why things happen to people over and over again. And most people are unconscious of it and think we have no control. We don't have control of the outside world, but we have control of what goes on in this inside world. And it starts with thoughts. But for this video, when we're talking about adversity, we're talking about that something's hitting us now. There's something that's coming to our life that's hitting us now and it's rocking us, and we can feel it in the pit of here, the solar plexus. Something might have taken our power away. We can feel it in the heartbreak. It's like, gosh, why is this happening again? And we can have that feeling. Believe me, I've been there time and time again. I've had first 45 years, 46 years, 47 years of my life, 48 years. It doesn't stop. It's how I handle it that's different. So when something's happening in the physical form, this is really important. This really changed my outlook on it. When something's happening in physical form, it's the end of a cycle. And it's when it's an end of a cycle, we have the power to produce a new cycle and stop that old cycle building again. So if you imagine it's coming to physical form, I'll come back on that and how it works. It's coming to physical form. We can focus our energy there. God, how am I going to manage? This is awful, blah, blah, blah. So we're sending all that vibration out again to the universe, God, source, divine, whatever you choose to call it, and it starts to come back. And it's like, you can imagine it's small, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. And it's built out, are you constantly thinking about it? It's out and it's coming back towards us, and then it hits us, it happens. And it's like this. I thought everything was going really well. And to be quite honest, I'm not going to lie, I feel when we're on this real journey of growth going towards goals, I feel like we really get tested. Can you get through this? Can you do it? Are you going to it's like, are you going to fail it, or are you going to fall into it, or are you going to just really focus on what you want, really focus on your goal, your desire, your purpose? So as well as it happening like in the subconscious and we're doing it unconsciously, I think when we start to really push ourselves out there, these things come in to test us, because if it's about our growth, if we want something that's so big, why don't we have it now? Well, we've not got that growth to hold it now. So we have to go through these adversities to be able to grow consciousness, to grow awareness, to raise our frequency, to move in, move in our vibrations. There's lots of different things. So how did it come about? So they come about, we have a collection, a thought turns into a collection of thoughts. So let's use money, for example, because we live in a world where they keep us, we've been kept, let's be honest, we've been kept in poverty and lack mindset and all that BS, because ultimately the world is infinite, it's abundant, but when we believe that in our subconscious minds, we keep producing that over and over again. So we just manage to get by. We shouldn't have to just manage to get by, because we have this abundant, beautiful world out there that we can claim from. As long as we've got to earn it, we've got to earn it through service, we've got to give, and I think we've got to give more than we take. It's about giving, and giving from the heart. But if we look, so we're going to a thought. So the thought is the first cause, the law of thought, the law of cause and effect. So we have a thought, and the thought is the cause, and the effect is when it comes into physical or circumstantial form. So the thought turns into a collection of thoughts, turns into an idea. The idea is thought about over and over again. We put it into the subconscious mind, and once it's in the subconscious mind, it gets taken over, because that's our direct contact with infinite intelligence, and it automatically starts to come into form. And when we have a thought and a feeling, our behaviors and actions act out that thought and feeling if we don't want to. If you look at it like I was the yo-yo weight person, up, down, up, down, up, down. As soon as I release weight, I don't say lost weight, release weight, my saboteur will come in to bring it back to me, because that was in my subconscious mind. I'd never gone to the subconscious and changed it at that level. I just changed it at a conscious level. So we're thinking this thing, it's in the subconscious mind, we act and behave. So we're sending it out, and we start acting and behaving in ways that we don't want to. And then we bring something into a physical or circumstantial form in the physical world. So when it's in the physical, when it's here, circumstantial or physical, this is our chance, even though it seems shit, horrendous, awful at the time. This is the opportunity. This is the golden egg. This is the opportunity to change it, because it's no longer in that because it's landed here. It's come here. So we have a choice. So we say that it's here, whatever it is here, but we don't want. But over here, we have this opportunity of something new. Now, this is really, really important. This is a really important part. You need a purpose, you need a goal, you need a desire that you're heading for, because you need something that has such burning desire in you to be able to take your attention away from this shit that's happening here to this. What do you really want? What's your desire? What is there out there? We've got a big vast world that most people do not dare dream, and we've got to go into that fantasy dream. But you focus your attention, pulling it away from there, not what you want, pulling it away, and you meditate, and you ask for guidance, you visualize it, you write about it. That desire is within you, because you are capable of having it. And it may not happen straight away, but you know what? If it takes 5 years, in 5 years' time, you can still be in this shit cycle here of just having this stuff going over and over again, or you can take the path, the journey into what you really want and have that. Might not take 5 years, but I'm just using that as an example, because it is a journey. It's a journey of growth. It's us growing. We have to grow into our our desire, our burning desire, because we have to become it. We have to be at that vibrational level. So that adversity is an end of a cycle, where we can have these new beginnings. So when this is still going on over there, and it's not quite landing, because we don't know it's going to land, it suddenly appears and it's like, oh my God, how did that happen? You go, right, it's happened. It's at the end, the physical is here. This is my chance. This is my opportunity. This is the time I can go out there and I can focus full on and go, this is what I want. Get up and do it. I have got so much capability in me. Every single person on this earth has the same capability to do it. It's what we choose to do, because there's so much fear behind what to do. I've been talking about doing a YouTube channel for ages. I just never got round to it, because I feel there was fear behind it. But do you know what? Because my fear, I'm breaking through and then breaking through and then breaking through. I'm like, I'm here, I'm showing up. My spirit is expressing, expanding through me. I just went, I'm thirsty. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'll just let it come through. Whatever comes out, comes through. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to script it. I can't do that. I can read stuff. Some people have a great photographic memory and can read it and then sort of say it out here in perfect form. I cannot recall it. It's like I understand it myself, but I can't recall it to say it. I've just got to let it flow through and be with me. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, please read, comment and share it. And yeah, thank you. Have a beautiful day.